New England's new Center 5 Weekend Report tonight at 6.
Today, our champion, Tom Olszta of Southbridge, Massachusetts, faces the challenge of Alfie Johnson of Feeding Hills, Massachusetts, on Candlepin bowling. Hi, everybody. Welcome once again to Candlepin Bowling. Everybody knows by now, but I keep reminding you, I want to be sure you understand that this program is on videotape, and we do our taping sometimes several weeks before you actually see the telecast. We do it here at the Fairway on Route 9 in Natick, Massachusetts. It's always 3 strings of Candlepin bowling, with total pinfall determining our winner. He is rewarded with a handsome marble-based trophy from the Ace Trophy Company of Boston as a tangible souvenir. The runner-up receives a smaller but otherwise identical version to indicate he was a participant on our show. We have guaranteed prize money of $1,150. $700 goes to the winner, $300 goes to the runner-up, $50 available to the winner of each string, and if they tie, then they split it at $25 apiece. I have a certificate here for our marksman of the day, the bowler with the most marks. It's worth $50 at True Value hardware stores and home centers. There are other opportunities for our bowlers to get a little richer before they leave us, but why don't we meet today's bowlers, shall we? Alfie, come on over here first, because I talked to Tommy last week, and he just about blew a bunch of pins away last week. You're very much aware of that. I haven't seen you for, what, about 2 years?
2 years, yeah.
And you've been doing a little bowling in that time?
Every now and then. I was on a Mass State Champs team with Charlie Jutras, Jeff Atkins, Johnny Miller, and John Tyberski.
You're just a state championship team.
Well, it was nice.
You bet your life it was nice. What is this I see here, that you are now an owner of Alfie's Good Time Cafe at Indian Orchard?
Yeah, recently myself and another couple guys bought a little cafe out there. We're going to turn it into a nice little restaurant. And
very good. Hey, listen, Indian Orchard, will you buy me a drink when I get there sometime?
Yeah, I'll buy you a couple drinks.
Okay, all right. Tommy, let me congratulate you again. You're top seed after what you did last week. And in case anybody wonders what I'm talking about, of course, we have our big championship show in late August, which Tommy has won 3 times already. And right now, he is top seed with a 441 last week. So, you know, you got a pretty good challenger here. You better put your...
It's going to be a good one.
I hope it is, yes. And last week I said I hope it's going to be a good one. It turned out to be a great one. Let's see if we can predict the same thing. Good luck to you, and good luck to you, Alfie. All right? We'll get underway right after this.
Candlepin Bowling is sponsored in part by your neighborhood True Value hardware store.
Leading off, here is today's challenger, Alfie Johnson from Feeding Hills, Massachusetts. Immediately, I think of Charlie Jutras, who's also from Feeding Hills, Massachusetts. Alfie has a league average of 125. Nice spare. High single, 184. High triple, 474. And he had a spectacular roll-off. That's 5 strings, as you know. And he rolled a 727. Bonus ball. A little too full on the head pin. Got a bit of a break as instead of having a spread eagle, the 10 and the 6 fell. However, the 3 is still there along with the 247. Just a little too far to the left as he was trying to just barely brush the 2-pin to have it topple into the 3. Made a 10 out of it. Now Tom Olszta. Olszta with a league average of 130, who last week rolled a 441 in defeating Joe Days. For him, that's a thin hit. Tommy has an 8 box to begin. Now Tom has for a spare the 4 and the 7. Hit the 4 too full, which is a surprise to most people watching, and probably more of a surprise to himself. Alfie Johnson coming up now. He's had spare 6 and a 10. Is it going to be? Yes, it is. A slow motion strike. Alfie is representing the State Bowl in Springfield, Massachusetts. First bonus ball missed the head pin, and he wasn't too happy with that. He got 5. So he'll be working on the 1, 2 as his object pins, and then he has the 4, 7, and 9. 1, 3, I should say. Total of 8. He still has a 3-pin and the 4-pin. Let's see whether he can do anything with it. 1 more, so it's 9. That puts him at 53. Tom Olszta, who's had an 8 and a 10 so far. Let's see whether Tommy can convert this. This will be 2, 4, 7, and 9. Nope. Got the 3, but not the 3 on the left, but not that 9 pin. 10 box. He gets his first mark, as we also come to the point in the first string and in the second string where we take a check on the scoreboard after 4 boxes. And there it is. The score after 4 is our challenger, Alfie Johnson, 53. Tom Olszta, 38, with 2 bonus balls yet to roll. Our challenger, Alfie Johnson, on the line. He winds up with a 7 and an 8. Side by side. There's a bunch of wood over on the right-hand side, and he may very well try to angle something off that collection of wood because he has side-by-side pins. He is going to. He did it. He kicked a piece of wood over and got them. Good shot. Bonus ball. Pretty good hit. 8-pin drop. 5 and 8 are the 2 pins still standing. No wood. And he has another mark. Now Tommy Olszta comes up. Tommy working on a strike. First ball gets him how many? When they stop rocking, we'll tell you. He got 6. All right. He has 1, 3, 8, and 10. Came back and got it. Backdoor spare. Came back and made it. He gets so much action on the ball. 2 marks in a row. Each has 2 marks in a row. Most of you know that 3 marks in a row establishes a bonus of $50. After which, each successive consecutive, or whatever way you want to say it, but each one that follows without interruption is worth $50 apiece. In the same string, of course. Is he going to get it? No. Boy, he gets the action, and he looks as much as to say, hey, how come I didn't get that one? I mean, kidding, of course. I don't mean to say that he said it in a conceited way. He said it in a facetious way. As he came back again, he turned to Alfie and said, I guess it evens out. And obviously, referring to the fact that he had a very fortuitous roll of a piece of wood in the previous box to get the mark. Alfie has an 8-pin drop. That's his fill. But he's going to have to work the 3 and the 7. He has wood, which probably will help. But he's got to move that 3 right to left in order to get the 7 for a mark. No, didn't get it. So he had 2 marks in a row and did not put 3 together for bonus money. Tom, of course, did not either. It's a 9. Piece of wood turned out to be a roadblock. Janie Cartier keeping score on that big scoreboard. Keith Williams keeping score beside me. And Janie's grandfather, Charlie Cartier, is making... There's Ralph Stewart, our lob line judge and referee, in his usual spot. I'm just going to say Janie's grandfather, Charlie, making sure that she does a good job. Watching her every week. Alfie just missed getting a spare, left 1 pin. Phil Rubin is our producer and director. Don Riley, our statistician / coordinator. 10. Tommy Olszta, at the moment down by 15 pins to his challenger. He has the 1-7-10 with wood. Ralph Stewart going down to collect a piece of wood that's this side of the deadwood line. So Tommy will be working on 1-7-10. However, he has 3 pieces of wood to help. At the end of the show, that 1-7-10 high-low jackpot without wood will be worth $1,025. If neither hits it, next week it's worth $1,050. And we just keep adding $25 a week until somebody does hit it. Nope, didn't go. Our home viewer jackpot is up to $200. Looking spare lead that is. He has right across, he's eliminated the 1 and the 2 and the 3. He has 4, 5, 6, 7, and 10. And the way he fires the ball, you don't discount the possibility of him making it. He did not. However, he winds up with a 9 box. Alfie Johnson. No bonus money yet. Alfie in the lead by 15 pins still. He'll be trying to convert the diamond, the right side diamond made up of the 3, 5, 6, and 9. Made it! And you all know how often the diamond wins. It's going to be 7 for the drop, and he'll be working on 1, 3, 10 with wood between the 3 and the 10. Didn't make it. Got just one, the head pin. So he's at 133. 135. Tom Olszta right now at 93, and he's had just 2 marks. Strike and a spare in the 4th and 5th. Two pins. He has the 2-pin, 6-pin. There. That's a tough angle. He tried to skin it on the inside, bounce it off the sidewall. He tried again, didn't get it, so it's an 8. Is it going to be a strike? No, the 4-pin, it rocked back and forth, but it's still standing. Maybe the 2 pins that are around it, the 2 pieces of wood, held it up. Now, one of them has rolled slightly away. He makes it, so he has a spare in the 10th. That puts him at 111. 1 bonus ball to roll. So the possibility is a 121. He waits for those pins to be set, and now charges. 2 pull on the head pin. It's just 4, and so that's 115. And he trails by 20. The first bonus money goes to Alfie Johnson, $50 for winning the first string. Neither able to put together 3 marks in a row. And the score at the end of 1 is our challenger, Alfie Johnson of Feeding Hills, Massachusetts, 135. Tom Olszta of Southbridge, Massachusetts, 115. We're joining the second string in progress after Tommy Olszta rolled a pair of 10s for 20, Alfie Johnson a pair of 8s for 16. Here again is Tom. Spread eagle. One pin on the right. Just the 3. Now goes for the left side. Gets 2 more. And it turns out to be a 7 box. There it is. Big strike. Challenger Alfie Johnson on the line. Here on lane 2 at the fairway in Natick, Massachusetts. 5 pins still there. 1, 3, 6, 7, and 8. Yes. That was almost as if they were programmed. He took the 1, 3, 6, and then a piece of wood came rolling lazily across, knocked down the 8, and then knocked down the 7. So he got his spare. And as a fill, he gets 2 as he punches out a half Worcester on the right-hand side, punching out the 3 and the 9. One of the frustrating and yet intriguing aspects of this game of candlepin bowling, in which you can do that. You can punch out either 1 or 2 or possibly 3. It's a 7 box. Once again, we will take a look at the scoreboard as we do after 4 in the first and in the second string. There it is. Our challenger right now in this string is trailing. Tom Olszta is at 37 with 2 bonus balls to roll to Alfie Johnson's 35. Defending champion Tom Olszta. He has a strike. He'll be trying to make it at least 2 and then go for the big 3. right, there's no 2 strikes in a row, but he does have an opportunity to make it 2 marks in a row. A little triangle down there. And he made it. Spare on strike. Now, 3 marks in a row. Any combination, strikes or spares, establishes the bonus of $50. Let's see whether he can do that. Bonus ball. Oh, it looks like he's going to. He got a big 9. 1 pin to pick up, and that happens to be the 9 pin. Spare. $50 in bonus money. Alfie Johnson has 3 pins that he wants to knock down for a spare if he can. And they are the 6, 9, and 10. Spare. Seven, 10 split is what he winds up with. 3 pieces of wood in the vicinity of the 7, the 10 over there by itself, and a piece of wood rolling a little, well, it's about where the number 1 would be. It worked. It worked. He made it as he flew the ball off that wood. It flew over and got the 10. Tom Olszta with 3 marks in a row. Bonus ball. 7 drop. He's got the 5 and 6 side by side plus the 10. Pieces of wood, a piece of wood over near the 6 and 10. He drove it. He did it. He was able to utilize that piece of wood and drive the 6 into the 5 while the wood carried forward and took out the 10. So it's 4 marks in a row and another $50 in bonus money for Tom Olszta. And even another as he comes up with a strike now. $150 in bonus money. Alfie Johnson, today's challenger, has 2 marks in a row. And he gets an 8 drop, but it will be tough to convert because he has the 2 pin and the 6 pin. And they are very close. He's got wood just to the left of the 2. Nope, it didn't work. So now you'll need the 6 pin for a 10. It's a 10. However, that's just 81. And Tom Olszta has taken the lead in the match. That looked as if it was going to be a strike. Everything went down except the 6 pin. It just seemed to explode, but everything flew behind and in front of the 6 pin. And it's still standing. Not anymore. There's a spare. Tommy Olszta, with 5 marks in a row, is working on a strike. First ball nets him 7. The 3 pins that are still standing are the 4, 7, and 8. He now has 6 marks in a row, and he's up to $200 in bonus money. $133 already. 9-pin drop. 142. And obviously the 9-pin drop on top of that, a 151. But he's waiting for some wood to settle down to see whether he can get this 7-pin and make it. Oh, amazing. It turned out to be a roadblock, and he didn't get it. He gets it now that the wood is out of there, and it's a 152. Alfie Johnson had a 20-pin lead coming into this second string. He's now at 91 with 2 boxes to go and a bonus ball to roll. And he comes up with a big strike right there. $111 right now with a couple of bonus balls to roll. $6, but he has another bonus ball to roll, and the pins remaining be tough to convert. He has 1, 3, 7, and 10. Everything except the head pin, so it's a fill of 9. He makes the 10, and Tom Olszta leads by 2 pins. The score at the end of 2, Tom Olszta 267, Alfie Johnson 265. Challenger Alfie Johnson leading off the third string, and the match is just 2 pins apart. Alfie trailing defending champion Tom Olszta by 2. He has 3 pins standing. The 2, the 4, and the 5. As I said before, this is not to be boring about it, but that is not as easy as it looks, those 3 pins, either side. Quite often, a bowler will take out 1 just as he did. It can be sometimes one of the 2 wings, or it can be the center pin. It's just not an automatic spare leave. 9 box. Now he has 3 pins standing, but he'd prefer these 3. It's the 2, 4, 7. Wood between 2 and 4, and just to the left of the 2 pin. Down they go for a spare. Tom Olszta has $250 in bonus money. Alfie Johnson has just $50 for winning the first string. Tom Olszta a little too far to the right, so it becomes a bit of a thin hit. And he still has 3 pins there. He'll go for the 2 on the right, leave the 7 pin alone. It's a 9 box. So he waited for a second or 2 while a piece of wood rolled across toward the 7, but it stopped shy of it, so it is a 9. Spare leave. He got 9 of them. He has the 4 pin to pick up for a spare, and wood behind it, wood in front of it. Made it. So each began with a 9 and a spare. Remember, just 2 pins separating these bowlers as they started the third string. Alfie gets everything except the 8 and the 10. But he has wood out in front. He'll try to split that wood. One is angled a little bit toward the 8. The other two are angled very much toward the 10. Well, he went a little too far to the left, and as a result, kicked that piece of wood away from the 8 rather than into it. The 10 went. It's a 9 box. Two pins still standing, but they're not in a good position for making a spare. He has the 2 pin and the 6 pin. Nope. $10 box. Now Tom Olszta comes up. He's opposite a 9 and a 10 with a fill of 8 on the spare. Let's see what he can do with his spare. Here's the fill. It is 6. And he's got pins scattered around. Over on the left, he has the 4 and 7. Here on the right, the 3 and 10. Using that 3 pin, he kicked everything to the left, but not far enough to get the 4 and 7. Tom Olszta now in the #1 seed spot for our championship show in late August. $20,000 in prize money in the True Value Championship show. $10,000 to the winner. The 5 bowlers with the highest 3-string total in the year since the last one. Two, 4, 7 on the left, 6 pin on the right with wood in front of it. Object pin, the 2. Nope, he missed it. Got the 4 out of there. That's because he was trying to just skin that 2 pin and kick it over. Nine. Alfie Johnson. The match is tied right now, with 6 boxes to go. Just a wee bit too full on the head pin that time. So he's left with 2, 4, 7 on the left, 6, 10 on the right. Piece of wood that's in the back, but doesn't look as if it will come into play. Again, the object pin becomes the 2. And he was too full on the 2, whereas Tommy went just to the left of it. When you're going for those pins, as I said to you before, that small ball that fits in your hand and those skinny pins. I know I had an argument from somebody who wrote me and was very precise in talking about and saying that those pins were not skinny. Strike, slow motion strike for Alfie Johnson. All I would ask is that you stand on this line 60 or 65 feet away and look at a single pin down there, which you need for a spare, and tell me if it doesn't look skinny. Tom Olszta strike. Not 2 in a row. 3 strikes in a row brings an additional bonus of $1,000 to the 50 for 3 marks in a row. He has the spare. All right, Alfie Johnson, our challenger, on the line. He's lost the lead right now. Two more pins have tumbled. However, the head pin is still there. One more to get the head pin. Yes. So Alfie has doubled up with a strike and a spare, just as Tommy did. And he has... Nope, he didn't get a strike. He thought he was going to have it. 4-pin would not go. 9-pin drop. 4-pin to pick up for another mark. Yes, got it. 3 marks in a row now for Alfie Johnson. $100 in bonus money. Tom Olszta fires, and he gets another 9-pin drop. And when I say fires and holler it like that, that's just the way he delivers the ball. I mean, it's like it's coming out of a cannon. Going for that 7-pin. He has it. And he has 3 marks in a row. And another $50 in bonus money.
Come on, Tommy. Let's go. Right on.
That time just a wee bit too full. Almost a spread ego. Wound up with 3 on the right, 2 on the left. 1, 2, 3, 6, and 10. All right. It's an 8 box. He left the goalpost, the 2 and 3. Olszta leading this string by 5 right now in the and now an 8-pin drop. It's hang on, boys and girls. And a big spare for Alfie Johnson. It was not an easy one. That's 4 marks in a row for him. Give him another $50 in bonus money, $150. But more important, he leads the match by, in completed frames, by 3. And he gets himself almost a spread eagle with a 5. And he's got on the left the 2, 4, 7, and on the right the 3 and 6. And no wood to help. Olszta was leading by 2 pins coming into this 3rd string. 7 box. 133. A 131 for Tom Olszta would tie it. 132 wins it. And he gets himself a spare leave and a good one. He has the 5 and 9. And he did miss it. Nine box. Now he must mark. He has to mark if he's going to win. The 7 dropped. He has the same 2 pins to work on. 5 and 9. And he made it! Now he needs 7 pins. 7 pins to win. 6 to tie.
That lady had a...
6 pins ties it. We go into a 2-box roll-off. We go into a 2-box roll-off as Tommy needed 1 more pin to win it. And, of course, Alfie needed 2 more pins to get his 400. Okay. We are going into a 2-box roll-off. They have tied at 398, 398. Alfie does not get himself what he wanted. He has the 4, 5, 6, 7, and 10. And he made that spare. He made that 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 spare. Ho, ho, ho. I don't know who would ever expect him to make that one. And he has himself a big 9 drop, a single pin to pick up the 4. And he missed it. All right, there it is. 29. 29 for Alfie. Tommy Olszta on the line in this 2-box roll-off. And he punches out the middle and gets a spread eagle. And he almost pulled off the impossible, practically making the spread eagle, but he missed it by 1 pin. The 2 pin is still there. All right, now we go into the final box here. Perhaps he must mark. He must get a 9. He got a backdoor strike. He got a backdoor strike. He had the 4 horsemen left. He has 2 balls to roll in order to get 9 pins. All right. He has to get, he has 6 pins still standing. He must get 9 of them. He got 9 of them. We go into another 2-box roll-off. We go into another 2-box roll-off.
Look at this. I like it.
2 more. And Alfie Johnson comes up. How much pressure can you stand? Alfie has himself a 1. Well, he has a 4 horseman left side plus the 8 pin, and over on the right the 6 and 10. So he is in trouble right now. He is in big trouble right now with 6 pins still there. It's a 6-box. It's a spare lead, but not, I told you before, this is not an automatic. Not by any means. So 3, 5, 6, no wood, and he did not get it. All right. It's only 15 pins he got, so Tommy has 2 boxes in order to get 16 pins. There are 7 of them. There's, no, 7 of them right there. $10. All right, he needs 6 pins. He needs 6 pins. That's it. He got 7. That's it. That did it. He's going to finish. To make it official, he's going to have to finish the box. is in double overtime. One of the great matches we've ever had. As you know, we're in our 29th year. And that's one of the best. Double overtime. And they tied at 398. The final really is 418 to 413. We'll be right back. What a finish. Now, there are $200 in here. And just so that there'll be no question afterwards of anybody saying, well, I had this total and I had that, as both bowlers combined is what we do ordinarily. That's usually after 3 strings. If we did that, it would be 398, 398, 796. Then they each roll off with 29 in each of those. So if we add those, it becomes 427, 427. That totals 854. And the final, obviously, was 447, 442. That totals up to 889. So I'm going to go in here and give 10 pins either side to the 796, to the 854, and to the 889, and see whether or not we get somebody. But I'll tell you, when I draw that card, that person is going to get these prizes anyway.
A Regina electric broom. No more vacuuming. From now on, it's the Regina electric broom. The lightweight, easy way to make cleaning a breeze. Regina electric broom makes a perfect gift. And an Alyssa Ashley musk spray and dusting powder set. The most sensuous fragrance a woman could wear. It blends with your body chemistry, so it's extra enticing. And a handy travel alarm clock in a tan leatherette case.
Okay, the lowest number that obviously would be 786. Anything over that? Let's see. This one is from William Schulman of Framingham, Massachusetts. You had 3 chances, but it was only 705, so now we go to $250 next week. Now, in our high-low jackpot, Tommy, once again, it's worth now $1,025. Alfie is still there for $1,025. Oh, just missed it. Okay, stay here, and Tommy, come on up here. Hey, you guys, we said at the beginning it could be a great match, huh? Yeah. Just turned out to be an absolutely sensational match with you guys tying once, then tying again. Now, that 398 is going to put you in 5th place, tied with Jack Sannock right now, because we only go as far as the 3 strings. But beyond that, it's just tiebreakers. However, when guys go over 400, we got to give you an extra 100 for going over 400, both of you.
Take it.
Yeah, I bet you will. Yeah, all right. Well, let's see now. You get Tommy, you get the big one. Alfie gets the little one. And Alfie, you, believe it or not, had one more mark than he did. So you are the top marksman of the day, and you pick up the $50 gift certificate from True Value Hardware Store. And let me see. $700 goes to Tommy, $300 goes to you, $450 in bonus for you, and $300 in bonus to you. And thanks again for a sensational match. Okay? And you can rest now and face Billy Treeful next week, okay? Hey, wasn't it great? Wonderful. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye, everybody.